Hello everybody, hello, here is the star of my earlier videos, Fluffy. You may have seen her on some of mine, because she's in This Is Elvis's Secret Hideaway. That was 9 years ago. She's 19 now. She's a bit more temperamental than she used to be then. Yeah. I bet you didn't think she was still alive. I bet a lot of you didn't think I was still alive because I smoke. Nobody believes me, but everything I put up there is true. Especially my 3D system, because I did this with a pussycat back and forth like that, and some smart Alec thought it was cat bearding. Hey? Yeah, I'll let her go. She's getting a bit old now. She's got a bit of arthritis like me. But in cat age, that makes her 95. 19. It's roughly 5 years to a human year. So you work out the next year she'll be 20. That's 100 in our age. I've just lost an auntie. She died recently, 98. So, mother was 92, Gran was 92, Granddad was 89. The only one that didn't live that long was my father. And the reason for that was that when he was a teenager, he got double pneumonia and pleurisy. And they thought he was going to die. They had to operate. They removed 3 or 4 ribs to drain his lungs off, and never expected to survive, and he did. And even he managed to make 77. I've just passed him. I was 78 on Sunday. Probably the worst birthday I've had of my life, because I'm in a fight again. The so-called carers are trying to say that I was threatening to attack them. There's me here, 78 years old, crippled up with arthritis, and he's a 20-year-old boy, or man I suppose you call him, and he's afraid of a 78-year-old man with arthritis. Oh. Just because I shouted on him, I told him off for the way he was cutting the vegetables. He said, oh no, this is the way I was taught to do it. Anyway, 10 minutes later there's a knock on my door. Have you got a plaster? I said, no, I don't use plasters. I don't cut myself. Oh. Yeah. Health and safety? I don't believe they've had any training at all. I hope they try to sue me, because that's what I want. Anyway, I just wanted to show you my cat. This is just a short clip. I'm going on to something else in a minute. It's better if I do that. We carry on here. I'm now in a battle with this company of carers, because I think they're conning everybody, including the council, and I think that's why they're trying to get rid of me, because they realise I'm too bloody smart for them. You look at all my videos listed in the playlists, and you'll see all sorts of different things, and you'll say, how the hell did he know this? Well, the reason I know so much is because I had 6 years in the Merchant Navy. And I don't know if you know anything about that, but that means you do 4 hours on watch, 8 hours off watch. Now that means 8 hours of sleep, and the other 8 hours to a lot of boredom and knowing what to do. And I read books, I read everything. Anything I came across, I looked it up. I used to read Agatha Christie, Ruth Rendell, Neil Marsh, Earl Stanley Gardner, all sort of books that made you think. And I could always work out what it was at the end. Anyway, I'm just going on a bit here. I really wish you would all look at my 3D system and take it seriously, because I'm going to try and get Dragon's Den to do it. You know what I'm going to offer them? I don't want any money, and you can have 100% of the equity, All I want you to do is to get somebody to make the thing for me. Do you think I'll turn that down? Greed. I shot it. I got money in the bank. I've just written out a cheque for 1,500 to get rid of, to help my nephew get married. It's money isn't everything. The only thing I ask is that I'm acknowledged as being the designer or an inventor. That's why I put this stuff on the web. You know, the one about the 5 times the life on alkaline batteries. That is genuine. And if somebody could build the machine to my specifications, you'd be able to stick 4 batteries in it, leave it for a week, and then they'd be charged. There's a simple thing to do, is you get 8 batteries, and while you're using one lot of batteries, you have the other lot charging. And you'll probably find that 5 times is a bit low. You'll probably get 10 even. Because I've got one here that's dated 2015. No, 2012. Used by 2012, and it's still charging and working. If you don't tell me that that will save the environment, all these batteries being dumped in landfills and whatnot. And mind you, I don't think global warming will have any effect on the human race, because it's happening so slowly, and the human body adapts to its surroundings so long as it's slow. If we suddenly add low oxygen and high carbon dioxide, we'd probably all die. But if it happens gradually, you become adapted to it as you go along. And it's the same with all these diseases. So long as the body comes into contact with them and learns how to fight them on a weak scale, then there's nothing to worry about. But the way things are going today, people are avoiding smoking and things like that. You know what that would mean? If a person had never come into contact with smoke, and they were caught in a fire of smoke, they wouldn't have a hell's chance in hell. It would kill them, because their body would have no defense against it. What you need is everything to come gradually. And in the past, it's been that way. Vaccinations and inoculations, they are good, because what they're doing is actually getting your body to develop antibodies for these particular things. So if you can get the body to adapt to smoke, or smoking, or cigarettes, or anything, it will be able to cope with it. I said to my doctor, I said, my immune system, every night while I'm asleep, clears my lungs up. I have one, I bring up phlegm first thing in the morning, and I'm all right the rest of the day. And by the way, phlegm is not poison or germs, or same as pus. It's the germs surrounded by your antibodies, and most of it is your antibodies, where it's cleaned it up. My immune system, if I stop smoking, it has nothing to do, and then it goes haywire, attacking bones and God knows what. Well, that's it. Please try that. I'm going to put another one up, yet again, about this 3D system. See if I can explain it a little bit better. Because everybody laughed when I say I watched all the Olympics in 3D. At the moment, I'm wearing glasses to watch a giant TV screen. But it's got nothing to do with the 3D. I see in 3D without the glasses on, but it's slightly blurred. And if I do that, I can see, look, my hand is now coming straight out of this screen, about 18 inches. Not 8 foot like some of these here other designers. And the principle has been known for years. That the brain understands what things are. Now when you do that, right, the brain understands that that's something sticking out, so it wouldn't bring it back flat. And if it's out like that, and I close one eye, then it goes flat. But once you've taught your brain to do this, you'll find that it'll convert all 2D images into 3D, even photographs, anything. Even the icons on the computer come up in 3D, where it's appropriate. Anyway, I'm closing now. I'm going to work out something else I'm going to put up. The reason I'm so active now is because I'm on prednisolone. It sort of straightens me out a bit. But my doctor thinks it's the opposite. He thinks I'm hyperactive because I take it. I said, no, it's not true. I was hyperactive before. It's only making me normal. You see, this is that word normal again. There's no such thing as normal. There's no such thing as a fact. And there's no such thing as can't. It's only a theory until somebody proves it's wrong. And there's plenty of theories done that. My main reason for putting all this stuff on the web is just so that somebody don't come along and say they've invented it like they did with 4 years ago. You think Edison and all that are real inventors? No, all they were was copywriters. They copyrighted this stuff. Got a what they call it again now. I'll think of it in a minute. But that's all they did. Saw somebody else's idea. Even Alexander Graham Bell didn't actually invent the telephone. He saw something else or somebody else and developed it. I think the Chinese invented most things. Pity they didn't invent a movie camera and take pictures of everything so we can see it. Or a video camera. Oh well. Cheerio then.